For this flight, I went down to Raleigh and flew with the North Carolina powered Paragliders Pilots Facebook page. You know how many times it took me to record that? Bunch of nice guys. There was Woody, Matt Woodruff, Mark Honeycutt, Tony Fowfingers, Ross Gassaway, several others.
It's good to be king, if just for a while.
This is me and Woody trying to wingtip touch, but we're kind of iffy about it. I think both of us were kind of iffy about it. He wasn't sure how I fly. I think I wasn't sure how he flies, even though I've been watching him on YouTube, and he's much better than me. So anyways, he bugged out, and so I followed him a little bit. Better safe than sorry, you know. Try to get my GoPro new gimbal to work, and you see what happened. And it happened right before I came up on Mark Honeycutt. And he wanted to do a wingtip touch, and this was the first. I've done a wingtip touch before, but this is the first time that I've done it. As the Sutherland motto says, sans peur, without fear. I did the touch without fear. I wanted to leave as quickly as possible because the fear erupted, but I went into it without fear. I believe that's something. So here's my gimbal. Got it going again. The GoPro still doesn't work, so that footage is later on in the flight. This is just some good helmet footage, just trying to get everybody's wing. This guy flying a Blaze GT. I'm thinking about getting that wing. I think I'm wanting what motorcyclists call flippability, like a little bit more flippability. The Charger's pretty cool, but I was thinking of maybe a little bit faster. And I'm thinking that wing will be safer at those accelerated speeds. If anybody else knows any different, let me know. To tell you the truth, I didn't get a whole lot of good footage from the beginning of the flight, but it was still a great time. And the flying and the experience is really all that matters. I'm sorry, but these videos are second hat to all of that.
It's good to be king and have your own world. It helps to make friends. It's good to meet girls.
Here's Mark doing an upwind foot drag, nice and smooth, nice and textbook, on a Black Hawk, above freezing water, brave.
Excuse me if I have some place.
Here's me going over that same lake, not quite as brave. I still haven't done a foot drag at this point, and not an official, like, on-purpose foot drag, and I didn't want it to turn into a wheel drag followed by a cold swim. I think it's awesome to get this shadow footage. I get it as often as I can. Here's Mark going for a downwind foot drag over the water, freezing water, on a Black Hawk. Nice and brave. Gotta give it to him, dude. Gotta give it to him. So after about a 7-mile excursion, we ventured about 3.5 miles away from the field. We're back at the Cameron field, and the foot drags and the low passes start pouring in. I also got my gimbal footage going, as you can see. Here we got Mark Honeycutt pulling big ears at about 200 feet. He rocks the hell out of it, and I loved to see it. I don't think I've ever seen somebody do big ears before, so That was really cool. It got a little floppy right there at the end, but he let out of it and everything was perfect. If you look really closely, you can see 6 people in the air. It's really neat.
I've been ballin' a shiny black steel jackhammer, been chipping up rocks for the great highway. I live 5 years if I take my time, ballin' that jack and drinking my wine. I've been chipping them rocks from dawn till doom, while my rider hide my bottle in the other room. Doctor say better stop ballin' that jack. If I live 5 years, I'm gonna bust my back. Yes, I will. Easy win, close to bio today. 'Cause there's a whole lot of women, mama, out in red on the streets today.
Some of this gimbal footage is a bit shaky. It's because I've got it mounted straight to my trike, a couple of zip ties. It's really not the best. I'm gonna put a couple of rubber mounts in between, see what happens. But until then, check it out. It's pretty smooth, considering. Finally did my first foot drag, my official foot drag, well below the wheels. My wheels didn't touch, only my toes touched, and drug for a while. And I finally did it, but I didn't get any footage of it. I don't think anybody on the field got any footage of it either. But right here, or maybe one of these passes was it. It was beautiful, and it changed my whole world, and it was a cool thing to get done on my 100th flight. So I'm glad it was down there with all those guys. It was cool. It started to get cold, so I pulled out my gloves. These things are really super easy to get on. Check these out. Bam. And then I just pull out the other one and get the little loop on my finger. And as soon as I get that loop, man, I can pull those gloves on lickety-split. Trying to justify spending all this stupid money on it, man. They're pretty good. They're nice and warm. Maybe a little too expensive, though.
Cause I'm a stone jack baller and my heart is true, and I give everything that I got to you, yes I will. Easy win, going across the bayou today. There's a whole lot of women.
I was hoping to show off my radio, but I didn't really ever get it figured out, so I couldn't talk to any of those guys. It kind of sucked.
And the river keep a talking, but you never had a word to say.
a little sweetness, just a little light. I have always heard that virtue ought to be its own reward, but it never comes so easy when you're living by the sword. It's even harder to be heartless when you look at me that way. You're as mighty as the flower that will grow the stones away. Even though I've been a stranger, full of irony and spite, holding little but contempt for all things beautiful and bright. Something shines around you, and it seems to my delight. Give me just a little sweetness, just a little light. It could be just another highway coiled up in the night. You could be just another white-tailed baby stranded on my price. There's a tingling recognition like the sound of distant thunder, and I begin to wonder if the love I've driven under won't ignite. So you know I've been a soldier in the armies of the night, and I'll find the fatal error in what's otherwise alright. But something shines around you, and it seems to my delight to give me just a little sweetness, just a little light. To give me just a little sweetness, just a little light. To give me just a little sweetness, just a little.
I like to go up a little bit higher at the end of the flight and then just coast down and just kind of take it all in.
Just a little sweetness, just a little sweetness, just a little light. Give me just a little.
Here's me adjusting my gimbal for the last run up the field. It was a really, really awesome time that I had going down there to do my 100th flight with the, I think they wanted to be called Hell's Aviators at one point. Anyways, I had a great time. I hope to do it again sometime. Y'all take it easy.
Looking for a chateau